Good evening. My real name is Christina Schumacher. I was just recently released from Fletcher Allen Healthcare Psych Ward last Friday evening. I have a long story, but I don't have enough time to tell you all of it. We would be here probably all week. There's so much information to tell. I was involuntarily checked into Fletcher Allen Healthcare Psych Ward 6 weeks ago. The day after I found out my husband murdered my 14-year-old son on my daughter's birthday. And then he hung himself. He strangled my son to death. Just that experience alone is more than any mother should ever have to bear. I'd never wish it upon anyone. The next day, I had a lot of friend support. I had a regular therapy appointment. I figured it would probably be a logical thing to do to actually go to that therapy appointment. So I made the choice to go. I arrived at the appointment. There were 2 security guards outside of my doctor's office. I go in. Not only was there my therapist, there was the director of a program there. There was another doctor. They had all made the decision before I even arrived that they were going to check me in. Check me into the mental health facility, a woman that just experienced the hell of her life. That night, I lived through the fires of hell, just dealing with what I dealt through. And I may not be crying right now because I have cried so many tears in the psych ward by myself for 5.5 weeks, locked up. My family turned against me. They're sitting in the room right now. I didn't even have the support of my own sisters and brothers. Instead, they wanted me to be locked up and put on medication. So here I am, stuck on Shet 6, the acute ward of Fletcher Allen Healthcare, behind 4 walls. I had patients throw chairs at me. I had a woman sit outside of my room who was mentally ill and needed more help than she was getting. She swore words that I can't even repeat in this room for 24 hours straight. I finally got that to stop by telling the doctor for the 3rd time that it was killing me. One night, I walked the halls because I couldn't sleep at night because I had nightmares about how my son was murdered. I would wake up all night long and then I'd get in trouble by the doctors for not sleeping all night. But would you sleep having nightmares about that? Would you want to go to sleep? No. But they gave me over it every day saying, you're not sleeping, you need to take more drugs. They put me on strong antipsychotics. I know I only have 30 seconds left. But the bottom line is no one should have to endure the death of their son, the death of their husband, and then put into that situation. Only when I decided and determined, thanks to the help of Lindsay Owen, the attorney for disability rights of Vermont, because she showed up. She saved me that day. She showed me what my rights were, and then I started standing up to the doctors. And I started telling them off. They didn't know whether to kick me out or to lock me up forever. Well, guess what? I fought for my rights, and I'm out of there. And no one should ever have to endure what I've gone through. It has been hell. And I will not stop fighting this fight because no one should ever have to deal with this. Thank you.
Hey!
No thanks to my family who did not support me.
All right, hold on.
Fight me.